Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I get so excited whenever I'm doing YouTube videos. So I did a poll with my customers and the majority prefers the longer form content, which is YouTube, because the videos are longer than 60 seconds like on Instagram. However, I like doing both, especially if I can get the message across. So today I just wanted to recap what I talked about the other day, and that was more for motivation and trying to get people on board to know that budgeting doesn't have to be difficult, and we all do things very differently. We're raised differently. We believe in different things, but the fact is, we all have to pay our bills. We all want to get ahead. We all don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, and etc. Do you know what I mean? I do know that I've been through it, and I have to say, trust me when I tell you, I would have never, ever in my entire life thought that I would be doing YouTube videos explaining how to budget, because I was not responsible back then. And I was always searching for an easier way, and I was searching for a way out. And what I come to realize is there isn't an easy way. So when I kept looking, what can I do? There's got to be a way I can do this better. How can I get ahead? How can I budget and be happy? How can I not live paycheck to paycheck? So I used to constantly research, read, and I was learning all these things. And like I said, I came across the cash envelope system, and that's how I was able to get ahead by using that system. It is a little bit of a challenge. It's like anything that you start brand new. It is a challenge, but if you are truly determined to get out of that cycle where you're get paid, you pay bills, you're broke, you are spending money a little bit more than probably you should, stuff like that. So I just think that if a person is fed up and they hit rock bottom, they're at that point in their life, then you will make those changes. And so that's what I did. I always use the term, I hit rock bottom, because that's exactly what happened. I would hate for other people to go through that. So that's why I always like to talk about that you can do it. I've done it. You can do it. Everything. I was a single mom, single mom with 3 children. And that's very hard. That is very hard. You're working 2 jobs. You're trying to hustle. You're trying to make ends meet. I get it. I've been there, and so my kids are older now. Some of the main components to your budgeting system should really be a budget planner. So let's just say that you're using a different planner, which is fine. So you are using a planner that has a monthly overview in it. That's okay too. So because I just want you to know that as long as you're using a planner that has that monthly overview on both pages, because that's what you need. You need a monthly overview so you can see the whole month at hand. You need to see when your paydays are, coming up. You need to see when your bills are due. You need to see when birthdays and etc. Okay, because everything needs to be on that monthly overview. Everything. So everything needs to be there, so you can actually see it. And so that's what I learned along the way too, is that when I was first doing this, that's one of the things that instilled with me. You have to have that monthly overview on 2 pages. Why? Because you can see the full month. You know what is going on. Dad's birthday. Right? So you got all these different things going on. This is so exciting for me. I love doing this so much. Okay, so this is how I learned too, by talking about that month on 2 pages. And the reason why it's so important is because you have that monthly overview where you can see everything. You need to see your bills. You need to see your birthdays. You need to see holidays when you're not working. You need to see when you're getting paid. So everything is really important to put on that monthly calendar. The reason why I'm telling you this is because let's just say that you have appointments, right? And you have co-pays, and you're going to an appointment here, and you're going here or here. Listing out your appointments is also very important, because maybe you have to pay your copay. So you kind of need to know what money you need to go to your appointment, or how much gas you need to put in the car, things like that. And then also for birthdays, we need to know what birthdays are coming up, because why? You're going to spend money. You're going to buy gifts. And that is why I love the holiday binder. The holiday binder is perfect for that, but we'll go into that real quick after. So my suggestion to people that are just starting out, and I get this question a lot, they don't know where to begin, they don't know what to do, and I try to teach people that you need a budget planner so you can list out all of your bills. Let's back it up. Listen, I don't care if you use a planner from Target. You need to list out all of your bills in something. If it's on the computer, it's on your Google your Google Calendar, then that's fine. Whatever you decide, wherever you list all your bills and all that fun stuff, that's what you need, okay? So now you list out everything in your planner. Now this planner here is a 2025 dated, okay? So this is my very first dated planner that I just came out with. So last year I have the undated. So I have the linen A5 undated. I also had the printed version, which is an A5 disc. I have A5 rings printed version. I also have a personal size printed version. So you could pop those into your binders. The linen one that is undated, that is a coil. And then I also have, and so the 8x10 is, the 8x10 is a very large planner, but again, it's absolutely gorgeous. And on top of that, it is undated as well. So everybody has their own preference. That was one of the first planners that I came out with when I first started. So I really, really wanted to do a dated because I wanted to be able to, you know, make my customers happy across the board. So we have people that really like their, you know, printed versions, A5, or we like they like the undated, and then I decided to do dated. So for this one is almost like a step up to the one that we currently have. The one that we currently have is an undated. You can pick it up and you can stop whenever you choose, and then you start it up again. Now the dated one is obviously dated, but this I also wanted it to be a little bit of a step up as well. However, if you feel confident enough, then I think anybody can use this planner. This is not meant for, like, you know, beginners or not, but I think strategically the way I was thinking, like more on the lines of an undated planner has all of the pages for people who may be brand new and are completely brand new, and they really need that reinforcement of writing everything out over and over and over again, where this one is your dated. And there's a few budget pages in the back over here that start up after the weekly. It's okay though, it doesn't matter. You have to do what works for you. Personally, this is a beautiful planner, and I'm actually using this for personal, business, and budgeting. So I'm super excited. All in one planner, make it easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm fine with that, okay? So because we're talking about the undated, I hope the light holds off, getting ready to leave. But this is the 8x10. You can see how large it is. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's so big and so, like, gorgeous. It has that minimal look to it. Oh my God, the sun's going in. I gotta hurry up. Okay, so I'm trying to get the angles for you so that way you can kind of see. And the same goes for the dated. There's a frosted cover. But this one's the undated. So let me just show you 1 month and 2 pages. Let me get in here. After that, you would fill in your numbers, then you have your bill tracker, and then you have your month on 1 page. You have 2 expense trackers, 2 sinking funds. This is where you're going to list out all of your sinking credit cards, 2 debt trackers, and then you have 4 paycheck to paychecks. You have a task page, saving challenge thermometer. You also have a habit tracker, and then you have 4 note pages. So it's a really big planner. It's perfect to leave at home, but again, this is the undated version. So I just want to show you that very quickly. Ever since I received it, and I really want to tell you guys something super excited. I am so excited I can jump up and down. 4 different patterns where you can, the pattern is right on the frosted cover, so you can actually just snap it in, and then you can just put this to the back as well. So let's say if there's like flowers or something, I put the pattern right on the frosted cover, so it's going to be actually gorgeous. It's not laminated. It's so cute. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. Okay, let's go back. So in the front, real quick, if you have that interest, we have the yearly overview. Here is where you're going to list out some of the goals that you want to accomplish for each month. So I would personally list out like maybe 3 goals per month, because I just feel like less is better. You don't need to put so much, and then maybe your expectations are too high and then you get upset if you don't meet them. So I mean, I think 3 is good. And then you have a yearly bill tracker. This is really easy. You can list out all of your bills, all of the subscriptions that come out and things like that. And this is car maintenance. This is super important, I think, to keep track of the things that you do to the car. Love it. Then you have a note page, and then it starts up for the new month, okay? So again, I'm going to go through this really quickly with you because I don't want to have this to be too long, but the point of the video is the first video that I did last week on Sunday was to motivate people and, you know, get you motivated. Obviously, every time I do a video, I want to inspire you and motivate you the same way. But having a budget planner is number one. It is your number one. It's your foundation. It's your foundation for everything. This is like this is the home. This is your place to be. You should be writing goals, writing your notes. So here, let me show you. So this is your weekly plan. You list out everything that you have to do each day. So many ways that you can set this up. I'm a list maker, so I literally just make a list and call it a day. I like to use some highlighters and some stickers. And you can see for today, these were my tasks for today. Working in the shop, Staples. I had to pick up a poster, calendar and cards, which I did. Instagram story, I did that as well. The treadmill to move upstairs, I didn't move that yet because I'm still at work. Pay supplier, I had to pay my supplier. And the A5 rings is also ready to be shipped to me, so I'm excited. Now down here is where I put dinner. So dinner tonight is going to be tacos. So we're going to have tacos for dinner. Last night I made rice with pork chops, and then underneath I just put some stickers and it says plan. So it just had some things I wanted to plan. So I personally just love this setup. So I love it, love it, love it. Now I also like to utilize every box on here. So today's Tuesday, and you know, I don't need to put a lot of stuff, but I would just put like work in the shop. I did Staples, and then I'm gonna do dinner. That's pretty much, I'm hoping to do laundry. Oh yeah, see, laundry was, I put laundry there too, and I didn't even have time to do it. But I'm hoping to do it today. So month on 2 pages, list out everything that you have to do. These are, like I said, I'm using this for personal, business, and budgeting. So as you can see, this is my dad's birthday. This is his work. And then these are like business. Cash envelope stuffing is every Thursday. The lives are on Friday, tentatively, you know, if I'm doing good. Emails are sent out on Sunday. Just some of the things I wanted to keep track of. Okay, so you have your list pages over here. After that, guys, I'm telling you, it's just beautiful. Now, this is where I love this as well. Now, the reason why I thought of this was because I wanted the task pages to be before the budgeting section starts. Now, the reason why I wanted it before the budgeting section starts is because this is tasks and goals. And this is going to be your running list for the full month. So you're going to list out everything that you need to do for the full month. And as you can see, I started listing out things. And as I completed them, I went ahead and highlighted them. So as I start to think of different things that I have to do, like for the month, or if I'm sitting there drinking my coffee in the morning, I can continue to write. This is for the full month. When you get to the next month, you start fresh again. So then you can look back and say, okay, did I actually complete my tasks? Whatever you don't complete, you're gonna write it for the next month, if it's something that you have to complete. So I'm gonna start walking on my walking pad because I have one, and I need to reorganize my basement. I need to bring all of the envelopes to the shop. So there's just like a lot of things I need to do. I need to exchange a gift that I got from my dad, buy him a gift for his birthday. So anyways, this is where you want to list out everything, whether it's personal, family related, chores that you have to do around the house. Maybe you have like projects that you want to do, list it here, okay? Then cross it off as you go. Your list stuff over here, this is daily. So this is more of like your monthly. This is like your brain dumping. You're thinking about all the things that you want to do for the month and just brain dump, throw it right there. You'll love it. It'll be easy. Okay, so after that, this is where you have your bill section. I actually love these 2 pages. When I first started, this is how I used to set up my budgeting with my planners. If I use the A5 rings, I would get inserts, and this is how I set it up. So when I decided to create the budget planner a couple of years ago, this is how I wanted to do it, exactly like this. And the reason why, I'll explain. You list out all of your bills over here. You're going to list out all of, you're going to use dot stickers for your bills for on this month on one page. And then this is where this is payday here, which is, I highlighted it, so it's payday. And this is so you can look at what is due between pay periods. So this is payday here, right? We're gonna get paid here. So you need to pay all the bills that are between here, between their next pay period, whether that is if you get paid weekly or bi-weekly, that's how you would do that. Then you would look over here and say, okay, I need to pay this bill, I need to pay this, I need to pay this between the pay periods. It just makes it easy. You're staying on track. You're aware of what needs to be paid. After that, you have 2 expense trackers. Now, the expense trackers are fun. The reason why I don't track too much stuff on here, I started to track my business expenses here because I basically track all my expenses with the cash envelopes. So the cash envelopes have like this insert in the envelope. So anytime I use my cash envelopes, that's where I track everything on those envelopes. So I don't need to rewrite it, if that makes sense. But you can use this expense tracker for like if you use your debit card, you should use this. I'm using this as business. Like, you keep track of the things that you're using your debit card for, but if you're using cash envelopes and you have those cards, that's where you're going to know like how much you're spending because you're writing it down on those cards. After that, we have the sinking fund tracker, which you have 8, and there's 4 on one page. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I love it. Just absolutely love it. Then you have a credit card tracker, then you have a debt tracker. I did the 2 a little bit different because a debt tracker is just that it's for your debts. It's not like, this is for like if you buy a car and you're making additional payments, you want to put it here so you can keep track of all the additional payments. Or maybe you're paying off your credit cards and you're like, you know what, I'm going to really focus on Walmart, so I'm going to knock Walmart out, and every week I'm going to add $50. It's like additional payments. That's where it would go here. Okay. And then you have an Afterpay tracker. This was highly requested when I was doing the planner. So I would do like Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm. And then you have subscriptions. So this is a really good one as well because most people are paying so much money for subscriptions and they really don't know how much is actually coming out or why they have it, or you know what I mean? So I would suggest you to print out your bank statement and kind of go through it with a fine-tooth comb and just kind of like check off and see if everything is accurate, and if it's not, get rid of it. But this is where you can keep subscriptions. Even myself, like Canva and different things that you're using, Canva, Planoly, some of the things I use for my business. And then after that, you have Paycheck to Paycheck Tracker, which is 5 pages, 1 page per week. Yay! This was highly requested as well, as why I'm like getting excited. So we can do another video. I can do another video possibly tomorrow, but I would like to break down each of the pages a little bit more into detail, especially the paycheck tracker, because this is very, very important to know how to use it, especially if you are, you're just starting your budgeting and you need to know how to break down your paycheck. It's not difficult, but it's definitely, I love it. I love it. When I used to work my day job at corporate, I used to work at this behavioral health center, and I used to work I was a finance coordinator. And basically when I would get paid, I would literally sit down and I would write out and break down my paycheck. So yeah, you have 5 of those. And then it starts back up again. So if you're the type of person that likes to make lists, wants to be organized, also wants to focus on your budgeting and paying your bills, and making sure, like, you don't need to go so into, like, look how nice this is. So you have your week over here. Okay, so today's video, like I said, I wanted to talk about and do a recap just to explain that this is the foundation. This is why you should have a budget planner or an all-in-one planner, or this one, or a planner. You need a planner for your foundation to list out all of your bills, all of your paydays, all of your appointments and birthdays and things like that. And the reason why I say birthdays is because it's going to bring me to my holiday binder. So I have 3 binders over here. I'll just bring it over here. This was in the last video as well. This is my cash envelopes and my sinking fund binder, my 1 month ahead, which I'm trying to get, and this is my holiday binder. Okay, so each one has a purpose, and the very first thing that you need to do is what? First, your planner. Okay, you have to have a planner. You have to write every single thing down. The second thing is you want to start your cash envelopes. So starting your cash envelope system is very important. We also talked about that in the last video as well. Why is it important? It's important because when you use cash envelopes, you're creating a budget, okay? You're creating a budget for you to stay under budget in these categories. And I gave you guys examples and how I got ahead, and this was the reason why I got ahead, was the miscellaneous envelope. This is a true story. Everything that I share with you is 100% authentic. I keep it 100% real with you. That's how I got ahead. I was able to make it because I was putting money in my miscellaneous when I was working my day job, and I would keep putting money in here. Because once you learn it, you will become acclimated and you will understand how much you're spending every week, or maybe you go to the grocery stores bi-weekly, whatever it is for your family. So that's the part that can be a little bit, that could be like a little bit more challenging. You have to do the highlighter method. Like, there's steps to take, and even myself, I didn't want to do the highlighter method, but when I actually did do it and I printed out my bank statement and I did 2 months, I almost cried. Like, I almost cried. Maybe I did, but I was devastated because the amount of money that I was spending, and that just goes to show, like, you have no idea how much you're actually spending until you sit down and you actually do this. It's an exercise that I recommend to everyone, and you shouldn't even start until you do this exercise, because it's really important, and you should really have a wake-up call to see how much you're actually spending. It's very important. And I think also is that once you start your cash envelope system and you start putting money in your miscellaneous and you're doing good, these envelopes are for you to stay within the budget of this category. So groceries, every time you go to the grocery store, how much you spent? $150, maybe $200. Once you determine all of that and you put the money in here, okay, and then you go, like, once you put the money in here, that's what you're going to use. You're not supposed to use your debit card and sneak and do all that extra stuff. That's why it's important for you to use miscellaneous and to really fill them out. Take a step back for 1 month and sit there and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my cash envelopes. And here's a tip. If you feel like all 6 is too hard, maybe it's overwhelming to you, then absolutely start with just 1. Start with 1 or maybe 2. That's exactly what I did. So I always let people know that, like, at least, I think I did groceries and gas. It was the most easiest too, but you get used to it. Please, this is not a game. This is your life. This is about living free, not living free, but you want to live good. You don't want to have to live stressed out. You don't want to have fights with your husband or your boyfriend over money. You don't want to have to borrow money. You don't want to have to charge it. You don't want to have to say, oh, I don't have any money this week. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. No, you don't need to do that. You need to just focus on what I'm trying to tell you. Trust me, okay? So the number 1, so like I said, I wanted to just do a recap to Sunday's video, and that is the foundation. That is, I'm sorry, your planner is your foundation. This is what you need to start off with. The second thing is your cash envelopes. Now, after you become accustomed to your cash envelopes, you're understanding, you're getting it, and you're doing really well, you're feeling confident, I have sinking funds in here as well. sinking funds are just small saving accounts that I save because I'm eventually going to spend. Like emergency, Christmas, clothing, vacation, it doesn't even matter. There's like anything that you want it to be. So I started to save for those. That was number 3. That came later, but I was like, okay, I'm ready to start saving for Christmas because every Christmas I would always charge like $2,000. I lived above my means. I do not live like that. So it's not worth it. Be who you are. Be true to yourself and good things will come to you. And it's true. Good things will come to you in a matter of time. Okay? So you have to have a planner. You have to have your cash envelopes. After your cash envelopes, like I said, I started another binder, and that's for the 1 month ahead. The 1 month ahead has 12 envelopes in here, which are 1 month ahead. So you have your mortgage and rent, you have utilities, cell phone, car payment, car insurance, you have medical, you have kids, pets, medical, emergency, spending, subscriptions, online orders. So there's 12. These are absolutely stunning and it's amazing. So if you want to get 1 month ahead, you can get the envelopes and add your money little by little, and it adds up. Okay. The third one I have is the holiday binder. So that's why I like to add for birthdays. I add money for birthdays and the different holidays because guess what? They creep around the corner really, really fast, and I'm prepared. This has been a game changer for me. Like, oh my God, I just love it. So like, add $5 here, add $5 there. It doesn't mean you have to add $5 to every single envelope when you get paid. It means you get paid, you figure out, okay, I'm gonna do like maybe $10 to my holiday money, little by little. That's gonna be our new word, okay? Little by little. All right, so, okay, I'm gonna keep this video very, very short, but again, I just wanted to jump on, like I said, just to do a recap to Sunday's video. I also wanted to show you guys the planners. So let me put these over here. And then we can talk about like saving challenges and the different saving challenges that I have on the shop and things like that. There's a lot of accessories. There's a lot of stuff that you can get in addition to, but we are focusing on the very first things that you need, which is a budget planner, whether that's the dated one or the undated. This is super important for you to figure out and then focus on your cash envelopes. After that, everything can fall into place. But take a look, if you are interested, take a look at some of the things. And what's good about the website is that if you go to the website and you actually see something that you really like, you can actually click add it to my wish list. Isn't that awesome? So you can add it to your wish list, so when you're ready, you can purchase. I am very thankful for all of my customers and all of the support that I've had for the past year. It has been amazing. Where you want to go with your money, like, do you want to get paid and be broke? No, let's do this together. And like I always say, join my Facebook group as well if you want some. This is a private group, so you can feel confident with asking questions, with engaging. It's private, and I believe in people's privacies, and I also believe in this is a serious matter. Dealing with people's finances is very emotional. You know, it also involves mental health as well, because, you know, it's hard if you don't have money. Like, at the end of the day, if you don't have money, you don't have a place to live. So it's very difficult. I take it very seriously. And that's why I always say, you know, chime in, talk to somebody else that's on, you know, on the board, or if they asking questions. We're here to help each other. And that is what we need to do. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment below. I'll talk to you later. Bye.